The painter's gaze, how anatomical accuracy defined artistic power and prestige. In the Renaissance, to paint the human body was not simply to observe it. It was to understand it, and more importantly, it was to control how others understood it. What separated a master from a craftsman was not style alone, but anatomical authority, the ability to translate muscle, bone, and tendon into visible truth. The body became a site of knowledge, and knowledge became a form of power. The body as a battlefield of knowledge. For Renaissance artists such as Leonardo da Vinci, anatomy was not secondary to art, it was the foundation of credibility. Dissection rooms, medical study, and artistic workshops began to overlap. Artists studied cadavers not out of curiosity alone, but out of necessity. To depict the body convincingly was to claim intellectual legitimacy in a culture increasingly shaped by science. The painted body was no longer symbolic, it was engineered. Every visible tendon, every shifted weight, every subtle twist of posture signaled mastery over hidden structures beneath the skin. Anatomy as social authority. In this period, anatomical accuracy was not just aesthetic, it was hierarchical. An artist who understood structure beneath surface was no longer seen as a manual laborer, but as a thinker. Precision elevated painting from craft to intellectual discipline. The human body became proof of mental authority. Whoever could reconstruct it convincingly was seen as someone who understood nature itself. This is where artistic prestige begins to form, not through decoration, but through control over realism. The invisible mechanics of power. Masters like Michelangelo Buonarroti pushed this logic further. The body in his work is not merely seen, it is structurally felt. Muscles tense with internal logic. Movement suggests weight distribution, resistance, and anatomical plausibility. Even when idealized, the figures remain grounded in physical truth. This fusion of ideal form and anatomical correctness created a new kind of authority, one where beauty was inseparable from scientific understanding. The artist, in mastering the body, appeared to master nature itself. From observation to intellectual prestige, as Renaissance culture evolved, anatomical knowledge became symbolic capital. To understand the body was to understand life, proportion, and order. Artists who demonstrated this knowledge gained access to elite patronage, court systems, and philosophical circles. Painting was no longer just visual expression, it was proof of education. The canvas became a declaration. I understand what you are made of. The transformation of the gaze. The painter's gaze changed what it meant to look at a human being. It was no longer passive observation, but analytical dissection reconstructed through art. Flesh became readable, structure became visible, the body became a system. This shifted power into the hands of the artist, who now mediated how reality itself was seen and understood. Conclusion. Anatomy as cultural power. The Renaissance did not simply refine how the body was drawn. It transformed the body into a site of authority. Anatomical accuracy became more than technique. It became intellectual legitimacy, a bridge between art and science, and a marker of cultural prestige. To master the human form was to rise above craft. And in doing so, the painter did not just depict humanity, they redefined what it meant to understand it.